So the New York Knicks just picked up a huge win in Denver, Colorado. It was our first time beating them in 14 games, bro. You have to date all the way back to when Melo and JR were on the Nuggets, and we had Stephon Marbury and what Channing Frye is like. Seems like a lifetime ago, but the thing for the Knicks is just the level of consistency that they can produce. Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle, you have two all-star caliber players. We've got some really good role players. Obviously, when we're defending, we look like an elite level team. But what I took away from this game was obviously just the heart of the Knicks, man, to do what they did. I mean, it looked at one point like we were doomed, and obviously we went up, and then we blew the lead, and then it was the defense. I mean, the Knicks don't blow you away with their firepower. I've said that the entire. So like, how long I've been making videos, I don't know, but ever since I started the channel, I've been saying that we're not going to beat teams with our firepower. We're going to have to obviously stop them, right? We're going to have to get key stops, and we did that. We saw Jericho Sims, right? We saw Maina quickly at the end of the game make key plays. So I unfortunately I do have to talk about this though. I hate to do it, but it's RJ Barrett. I mean, obviously we want to talk about the good, but for the Knicks to get to that next step, they're going to need more production from RJ Barrett. I mean, imagine if RJ Barrett wasn't 4 of 18 tonight or 0 of 9 from 3. And RJ definitely has some questionable shot selections. I mean, we saw that with Cam Reddish, right? Early on in Cam's career, and even we've seen him plenty with the Knicks in the preseason. Cam looked bad. When Cam lets the game come to him, what does he do? 10 points, 2 steals, a block, 37 minutes. There's been plenty of games this season, don't get me wrong here, where Cam Reddish has basically played like 30 plus minutes and didn't really do a lot statistically. But that's kind of my point is RJ, he doesn't let the game come to him. That's why you see whenever RJ really has the ball, he's shooting it or trying to do something. And it's not really working. So hopefully RJ can figure it out. We gave him a huge contract. Obviously, we took him third in the draft in 2019. So I just would love to see more from RJ. Now, I'm still an RJ Barrett fan. Obviously, I'm still gonna root for the guy. He's a Knick, and I'm not trying to discredit that. But I'm just saying, man, like in order for the Knicks to get to that next step, level, we're gonna need to see more out of RJ Barrett. So, but aside from that, like I said, we got 34, 11, and 4 from Julius Randle. Randle was super aggressive tonight. He was 3 of 10 from 3. His 3-ball was not on, but everything else he did. I mean, defensively, he gave us 4 steals. He got into the passing lane. He came into the fourth quarter, and to that point, it kind of looked like we were doomed, as I said, and Randle was able to lead us back. He had some monster rebounds, and even when he didn't get the rebound, he was forcing the ref to blow the whistle. And honestly, Randle, we've seen him have some really good games lately. The one in Minnesota, the one tonight. I mean, last game he was okay, I guess, but Randle, he's really the reason we won tonight. You've got to give credit where it's due. Julius Randle was the reason why we were able to pick up a win tonight, so shout out to Randle. And Jalen Brunson, 21, 5, and 7. Pretty much a typical Brunson line. He does a little bit of everything. The ball just moves a lot better, a lot more crisp when Brunson's in the game. And it's honestly kind of ridiculous at times of what we look like without Brunson on the court. I mean, the role players were great in the first half, and the second half pretty poor. They were able to pick it up at the end, but to me, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Mitchell Robinson. I mean, he got paid, right? He's going to be playing, but I've loved what I've seen in a Jericho Sims. I mean, Jericho Sims, he's not better than Mitchell Robinson, but he's a lot more active, man. Like, he's going after rebounds. He's flying through the air, and man, can that guy, he's got to have a 40-plus inch vertical from what I've seen of him the past couple of games and from what I've seen from the summer league and et cetera. And he started a couple of games last year and things like that. Down the stretch, he was big for us. But I look at a guy like Mitchell Robinson. I look at a guy like RJ Barrett. Yeah, they got paid. They got extensions. But have they improved? Mitchell Robinson, I will say he has improved on the offensive glass. I still don't see like enough improvement for me to be excited, right? I've got Mitchell Robinson in fantasy. Sure, he'll get me a couple of blocks, 3 blocks a game, but outside of that, what am I getting from Mitchell Robinson? So the Knicks, if RJ Barrett can just be consistent, like RJ Barrett can shoot 44% from the field, 45% from the field, 36% from 3. I mean, wow, imagine the team we'd be. We'd be a top 5 seed in the East. I think we can run with anyone. I know Boston got the better of us a week ago, or the Hawks got the best of us, but we just got to keep improving. We've got to defend. The Hawks have a top 5 defense. The Knicks that's the story for the Knicks is just lock down the other team, play hard, outwork them. We don't have the star power of those teams. We don't have Jason Tatum on our roster. We don't have Jaylen Brown. We don't have Trae Young or DeJounte Murray. We've got some good players. We've got Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. Pretty good players, right? We've got some role players, but we don't have star power. So that's why we need to be showing up every single game defensively and at least match that level of intensity. There's been games this season where the Knicks haven't done that. And more often than not, they haven't done that. But what are we, 8-7 now? We're the 8th seed before this game. I can check that out. We're now so we're still the 8th seed. So I'm not going to get into like hypotheticals about if the playoffs ended today. We're literally a fifth of the way through the season. But we're a playoff team. I watching some of these Knicks games this season. I've only missed 2 Knicks games, unfortunately. I really didn't want to miss any, but I missed the Nets game, I missed the Thunder game, and thankfully for me, those were 2 good games to miss. But I saw the Hawks, the Celtics games, T-Wolves, and all the most recent games, stuff like that. Tonight's game. It's currently 12:35 a.m., and I'm making a New York Knicks video. So if you're a Knicks fan like me and you're still watching at this point, thank you for that. But make sure you hit the like button for the algorithm and subscribe if you're new. Hopefully you are seeing this video because that means that the New York Knicks did not copyright my video. And they've done that the past couple of times, which is why I haven't been making many Knicks videos. But hey, man, I just want to make Knicks videos. I'm a Knicks fan. I love the Knicks. I mean, if you're up at 12:36 a.m. talking about the New York Knicks, you're crazy. Like, who else is doing this, bro? I'm sure there's many people doing it, but shout out to the Knicks team. I'm gonna go check out the post game, and then I'm gonna head to sleep. I'm exhausted, but yeah, just the Knicks. Honestly, they've had their ups and downs, but I believe in this team, and I guess I don't have a choice. I've got to believe in this team, and Coach Tibb, he's on the hot seat. I mean, last season we missed the playoffs. You can say we didn't have the best roster. We were lacking a point guard. I mean, Kemba obviously was injured, and we're using Alec Burks there, but now we've got a team. Like, the Knicks got a team, bro. I understand that we don't have a roster like the Milwaukee Bucks or the Cleveland Cavaliers. We don't have the Toronto Raptors. Like, we don't have that type of roster, but we've got a roster where, hey, if we can be we were 11th in defense last season. If we can be top 10 in defense with the addition of Jalen Brunson, a consistent point guard, we really should be at least in the middle of the East. And obviously, for the Knicks to make any noise in the playoffs, they're going to have to be a top 5 seed. Like, if we get the 6th seed, the 7th seed, the 8th seed, I mean, yeah, we're in very big trouble. You look at the Sixers and the Heat, the Brooklyn Nets, none of these teams are in the playoffs right now. But that's why I said coming into the season why the Knicks are going to be a top 7 seed, because some of these teams are going to under exceed. And I didn't expect it to be the Sixers, Heat, and I honestly am not surprised at all. I don't think you are either, that the Nets suck, but wow, I mean, the Pacers, the Wizards, I don't know if I saw that coming, but one game at a time. The Knicks have a 5-game road trip. They just won the first 2 games. Let's take a look at our next game. That's going to be against the Golden State Warriors tomorrow at 10 p.m. and the Phoenix Suns. And then we take on OKC, Portland. So the road trip actually ends against OKC. So we've got the Warriors, Suns, and then OKC. Should be pretty good. And then we've got some home games against the Blazers, Grizzlies, and then we're heading over to Detroit. So it's a pretty reasonable schedule. The Warriors have struggled, but yeah, the audio is probably awful. I know the audio is probably awful in this. Bear with me. It's cold out, so like I have the fire running, so I am standing right next to this audio is probably terrible, but like I said, cut me a little bit of slack here just because of the circumstances. I mean, it's late and stuff like that, and yeah, etc. But yeah, I'm actually gonna end the video, guys. Appreciate you. New York Knicks, if you're listening, please do not copyright this video. I'm probably gonna make like $2 from it anyway. Just please don't. I just want to get clips so people don't have to stare at a scoreboard. But all right, peace.